stock-specific queries with our experts. And now on the fundamentals, we're also joined by Rajesh Agarwal, who's the head of research at AUM Capital. Let's get to the queries then. We have a live caller joining us. This is MSV Raghavan joining us from Chennai. Hi, Mr. Raghavan. Thank you so much for joining us. Please tell us what's your query.
Yeah. Hello.
Hi, we can hear you. Please tell us what's your query.
Yeah, I have 48 shares of MapMy India. Bought at this one you have taken. Huh? Yeah, 700 shares of IGL. I bought at 290 a piece. I can hold for 1 year. Whether I can hold it now or I can sell it now.
Okay, so that's a query coming on IGL. Hi, Rajesh. Let me come to you. Mr. Raghavan has been holding 700 shares of IGL at a price of 290 for the past 1 year. Do you think he could continue to hold them?
Good morning, Ankita. Good morning, Kanishka. Good morning, Lashmikant. First of all, apologies for being late, stuck in a traffic. As far as IGL is concerned, I think it's a strong company with strong fundamentals. It has fallen into bad time for the volume growth and all news coming here and there. But going forward, I think in the next 9 to 12 months, we have a target of around 250 odd rupees in fullness. So I don't know about 290, how long it will take, but 250 odd levels in the next 1 year is quite possible. Hence, at this point of time, I would say stay put with it.
Stay put with IGL. I hope your questions have been answered. Thank you so much for calling us and joining us on the show live. But let's move on to the next question that's coming in from R. Bharat Kumar. He's writing in from Chennai. He says he has 100 shares of ITC that he purchased at around 212 rupees. He wants to know if he can hold it for a few more years. ITC, Rajesh, let me come to you for ITC here. Now, with this entire boost to consumption pack, with the GST rate rationalization and the boost and the entire focus being on consumption, do you see moves coming in from ITC? Because honestly, ITC hasn't really done much in the last 1 year. But henceforth, do you see the stock doing better?
See, I have been recommending ITC on ET now from the levels of 150 odd rupees. And we are still very bullish on this. And since the gentleman is willing to hold for many, many years, I think it's one of the best counters to hold for a long. Short term, yes, it's going through a consolidation phase because of the fact that it will run up quite swiftly from almost 150 to 500 odd levels, and then the demerger happened. But going by the business prospectus, cigarette volumes have been growing. FMCG has been doing well. They are moving into dairy too. Balance sheet is very strong, debt free. They give out good dividends. I think everything is in favor of ITC. If somebody is willing to hold for a long term, it's still a buy at this point of time. So it's an add and a hold from our side.
Okay, so a very bullish call on ITC from Rajesh. But moving on to the next query then, Lakshmikant, let me come to you for this one. This is Nirmala writing from Cochin. She's been holding 360 shares of GAIL. Her average price is 201 rupees. She wants to know, should she book her losses at this juncture?
GAIL, after making bottom near the levels of 172, we have seen upside move in this stock, and now it is hovering near its 200-day SMA, which is placed around the zone of 182 to 184 levels. So I think she should wait for this breakout. If it gives the breakout of the levels of 184, then we will see upside move in this stock toward the levels of 195 to 200. So till it holds the levels of 170 on the downside, we expect that upside breakout in this stock. And once it taken out this level of 184, then we will see higher momentum in this stock. So from our side, she should keep the stop loss of 170. I can expect this breakout of the levels of 184, which could push it higher to the levels of 195 to 200 June.
All right, so that's the view coming in on GAIL India. But with that, it's time for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere after the break. We'll keep getting your questions answered. Keep sending in your queries, the number that's flashing on top of the screens, and we'll take it post the break. Stay tuned.
Hi there, welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. It's a show where we're taking all your stock-specific queries. And right now, we have a live caller joining us, Murari Prasad. He's joining us from Greater Noida. Hi, Mr. Prasad. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Please tell us what's your query.
I have purchased.
Hi, we can hear you. Please tell us what's your query.
I have sent my query. I purchased a Bandhan Bank at rate of 316, 215 shares 6 years ago. It is now lost. I can still hold it or for exit for booking loss.
Okay, so the caller has over 200 shares of Bandhan Bank and also RCF. Let me come to you, Lakshmikant. The caller has been sitting with some loss right now. Do you think they should continue to hold, and do you see any upside coming in the near future?
The Bandhan Bank has given inverted head, a very bearish head and shoulder breakdown on the daily chart. So I think he should exit from the Bandhan Bank. So still prices are trading below the bearish crossover of 150 DMA levels, and still it had also breached the levels of 200 DMA in today's sessions also. Also, we have seen rising trend line breakdown in this stock. So I think he should exit from the Bandhan Bank. There are some other banks, I think, from where he could get good amount of return. So like IDFC First Bank, like RBL Bank. So I think there he should invest apart from beside holding this Bandhan Bank too long.
All right, so that's the view coming in on Bandhan Bank and what he should be doing. Murari, I hope your question was answered. Thank you so much for calling us and tuning in. Let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Anup, who's writing in from Goa. He says he has 294 shares of Patanjali Foods. He's bought it at a buying price of 650 from the FPO. Now, post the bonus, he's got 882 total shares. Now, he wants to know if he should be holding on to it or what should he do with Patanjali. Rajesh, let me come to you for this. He's not given a holding period, but say for the next 1 year, Patanjali Foods, how does it seem to you?
Try to exit at any upticks because I don't think the fundamental justify even the valuations at this point of time. Valuations are very stretched. All the company that is doing well, but when valuations it's very stretched. So I would suggest get out of this. Move to some other FMCG companies like a Marico or a Dabur would be a better choice. Even Imami is looking good at this point of time. So one needs to switch from Patanjali.
Okay, so an exit call for Patanjali Foods, and you could switch to the likes of Dabur. But let's move on to the next query. Then we have Ramesh joining us from Kochi. He's a live caller with us. Hi, Ramesh. Very good morning. Please tell us what's your query.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you for having me on the call. I hold 200 shares of IRDA at the rate of 200 per piece, holding for over a year. I am a long-term investor. Shall I hold it or switch? If switching is suggested, to suggest a promising script.
Okay, Rajesh, let me come to you for this one. What's the fundamental view on IRDA? Do you think Ramesh should continue holding it?
See, although being a very strong company and in a very good space in renewable financing and all, and sometimes back the guidelines came for infrastructure financing that were also in favor of IRDA. But when you compare valuation with others like PFC or REC, you find that the valuations are on a higher side. At this point of time, it's a hold. Maybe around 180 odd levels, you should try to book losses.
All right, moving on to the next question that's coming in. This is coming in from Amrendra Kumar. He says he's bought 100 shares of Power Grid at a buying price of 335 rupees. He says he's a long-term investor. He wants to know whether he should exit, hold or average. Rajesh, let me come to you for Power Grid because the power stocks have been in focus. What do you see for the next 1 year? Because, power stocks are, there have been a couple of bullish calls coming in on the power stocks. For Power Grid, what do you see?
It's a hold from us. By any chance it falls to around 270 odd levels, that would be a great buy at those levels. It's a grid company providing grid services to the entire power sector and doing very well, gives out good dividend. It's almost a monopoly at this point of time, almost a monopoly, I would say. Uh, so it's a buy at around 270 odd levels. And at this point of time, it's a hold.
Okay, so whole call coming for Power Grid, but let's move on to the next query. This query is coming on Oil India. The viewer Pankaj, he's writing from Haryana. He has Oil India shares 1,000 shares at a price of 540 and Federal Bank shares 3,000 shares at a price of 208. Lakshmikant, he wants a short-term view. What do you think the stock is? Both of these stocks, Oil India and Federal Bank, what do you see on the charts for these two stocks, say for a period of 6 to 8 months?
So for Oil India, I would like to recommend the stop loss of 384. So that is the, I think that would be the strong support for the Oil India until it hold this level. Some sort of pullback move could be expected in this stock toward the levels of 425 to 430 zone. But if it reaches the levels of 384, then we will see further correction in this stock. And in that case, it could slip lower toward the levels of 360. That would be the next upcoming support of for Oil India if it reaches the levels of 384. So if he has already bought it, then keep the strict stop loss of 384 until it hold this level. He can continue to hold this stock. But if it reaches this level, then he can exit from this from Oil India. Now talking about Federal Bank, so Federal Bank has seen a sideways move from last few sessions. Now it is approaching near its 200 SMA levels, which is based around the zone of 197 to 200 zone. So I think that would be the better bet if we compare from Oil India. So we could expect upside breakout in this stock if it crosses the levels of 202, where it's 150 DMA is also seen. So once it crosses the levels of 202, then after we will see further upside move in Federal Bank toward the levels of 216 to 220. And for this, I think 189 will be the good stop. And till it hold this level, we will see a positive upside momentum in Federal Bank.
All right, with that, it's time for a quick breather. Don't go anywhere after the break. We'll continue to take your questions and get them answered. Stay tuned.
Hi there, welcome back to ET Now. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now with me, Kanishka Sarkar and Ankita Saxena. We are taking all your stock-specific queries, so let's get back to them. Now, this query is coming from Ignatius, who's written from Kolkata. He has 50 stocks of Anant Raj at a price of 605 rupees. Can I add more? And they've been holding it for the past 8 months. They're looking to hold for a period of about 2 years. Rajesh, let me come to you. How are the fundamentals looking like for Anant Raj? They're wanting to hold for a period of 2 years. And do you think the current levels are good enough to add more?
See, at this point of time, the target which we have on Anant is around 620 odd rupees. So the fundamentals which are very positive has already been partly discounted into that, and 620 is the maximum which we believe will go into the near future. So after that, you have to again revise the numbers and all which might come at the end of this month. They will come by the second quarter and all. At this point of time, it's a hold from our side.
As far as Anant Raj is concerned, let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Pankaj, who's writing in from Haryana. He says he has Oil India shares of 540 rupees, short-term view. Also Federal Bank, he's bought at a buying price of 208. He wants to know the short-term view for both Federal Bank and Oil India. Lakshmikant, what would be your short-term targets for both?
With this, talking about Oil India, that I think the 384 is the strong support, and as long as it hold this support, we will see a pullback move in the stock toward the levels of 425, 430. But if it reaches the levels of 384, then further correction is possible. So I would like to suggest to keep the strong stop loss near the levels of 384. And if it reaches the level of 384, then please exit from this stock. Otherwise, we will see some more losses. Now, talking about Federal Bank, so Federal Bank has seen sideways kind of momentum from last few sessions, but now it is trading near the levels of 200 SMA levels. So breakout level is expected above the zone of 202. Once it crosses the levels of 202, then after it will resume its upside momentum toward the levels of 216 to 220. So for Federal Bank, one should keep the stop loss of near the levels of 189 until it hold this level. We will see upside breakout in Federal Bank.
All right, so that's the chart check for Oil India and Federal Bank. But moving on to the next query, this one is coming from Narayan, who's writing from Bangalore. They are saying that they're a regular viewer of the show and Niti Now as well. So thank you so much for that. Now coming to your query, Narayan holds 11,250 shares of Vodafone Idea. Their average price is 12.8. They've been holding it for the past 18 months. Rajesh, what do you think are the fundamentals looking like? Do you think they should continue to hold or average or switch to something else? What's the view on Vodafone Idea?
See, fundamentally, it's a very bad stock to hold, I would say. That's it. There are no fundamentals. The company has been making losses since a very long period of time. ARPUs are very low when you compare to other players. Forget about 5G. Even 4G has not been launched in many areas. They're trying to move into 5G and all. Funds are shortage. AGR dues are there. Every now and then there are some new investor would come in, or the government would consider AGR, and then the stock starts running up. So it's more of a trading stock based on news rather than on fundamentals. For a long-term fundamentals, there are better picks in telecom space, be it Reliance or be it Bharti Airtel. For Voda Idea, it's best to have a trading view from a range of 6 rupees to 9 rupees. That's the range it moves into.
Fundamentally, a bad call on Vodafone Idea. Even the subscriber base that has been seeing a decline as far as Vodafone Idea is concerned. So better bets there, according to Rajesh, in Bharti Airtel or even Reliance Jio. But let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Sunita Rai, who's writing in from Bangalore. She says, is it the right time to average Central Bank? She's holding at a buying price of 41 rupees. Lakshmikant, Central Bank, is this the right time to average in, or how should she be looking at the counter for the short term?
The central bank has been moving with gradual upside. We have seen gradual upside move in central bank, and now it is hovering near its key moving averages of 100 SMA levels. So I think one should add, or one can take fresh call on this stock, and we will see upside move in this stock toward the levels of 40 to 45 range. So overall structure seems to be bullish, as this stock is about to give falling trend line breakout on the daily chart. So we will see further upside move in this stock toward the levels of 42 to 45 zone.
All right, so some upside expected for Central Bank. That's the view, technical view coming in. But that's the last query of the day. Thank you so much, Rajesh and Lakshmikant, for joining us today and helping us answer all our queries that the viewers have been sending us. And with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Buy Now, Sell Now. Ankita and I will take your leave, but don't go anywhere, as markets at noon will take all the action forward.